How are you doing?
Good evening, everyone. I want to say thank you once again for joining us. My name is Busola Shogwamimu, and today I am excited to have with me an amazing personality again. I'm always having them. So first, I want to say thank you for joining us today. My name is Busola Shogwamimu. I'm a life and legacy consultant. I'm a mother, I'm a lover of Agege. I am an Agege girl. Woohoo! And so today, I want to say thank you to everyone that's tuned in to join us. I'm just going to try and find us here. 1 minute now. If I can find us, I will indeed find us somehow. But either ways, before I get there, let me say thank you to my guest today, Mr. Oloyede Kolawole. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you for honoring our invite. Thank you for saying yes and for showing up on time and even, supporting the setup. I want to say thank you so much. We're indeed privileged to have you. And today, we're going to be talking about a common love that we both share, and that is love for our roots, in particular, Agege. But we're going to get to know you. I only met you, well, I keep saying I meet people, but I think I'm justified to say meet in the light of the virtual world that we live in currently. So I want to say I only came in contact with you recently, and from the one conversation that we had, it was mind-blowing to see how much passion and how much love you have for the roots. A lot of us in diaspora, if I can say that, a lot of us in diaspora, not everybody is out of the country by choice. Most people want to be where family is. Everybody wants to go. Parents will pray for you and say, everybody wants you to come back home. You want to be home. You want to be where it's happening. You want to, but circumstances has forced too many Nigerians out of the country. Circumstances has forced us to be foreigners and, in places where we shouldn't even be. Has forced some people into slavery. Last week we had Mrs. Kende Okorafor, and she was talking about the different things she had to go through to rescue people who had gone out of the country. But you are there in Nigeria, in Agege, and making a difference and waging the war. I've seen a couple of videos where you were having conversation with lawmakers. So we want you to tell us about you. Let's get to know you. Who are you yourself?
Okay, it's a pleasure once again. Thank you so much for having me. It's a big privilege, to be on this platform this evening to speak more about myself, my passion, and what I actually believe in. My name is Oloyede Kolawole. I'm a media practitioner, a marketing advisor, born, bred, and raised in Agege local government area. I had my primary school education in Ikeja local government area. We used to have Ikeja local government and Ikeja local government division anyway. So Agege was actually created out of Ikeja, So I had my primary school days in Ikeja local government. That's Larade Nursery Primary School.
Did you?
Is that what?
You went to Larade?
Yes.
I went to Larade.
Wow. I went to Larade Nursery Primary School at Tadeni Jones.
Yes. Mrs. Akinyosho, Mrs. Adeshola.
Yes, Mrs. Adeshola.
Yeah.
Ms. Keleko, the I think executive director then. Mrs. Keleko then, Ms. Adeshola, the family that believes so much in basic education.
Yeah.
And I must confess to you, Lara de Primary School is presently doing wonderfully well. One of the best private schools to reckon with in Lagos, Nigeria. In fact, of international standard. So I'm happy to also hear that from you.
Wow.
I also attended Lara de Primary School.
Okay, sorry to budge you in. I got so excited. I had to shout it out.
Wow, that's interesting. That's nice. So, yeah. And I give that to my late father, who happens to be a disciplinarian anyway. And shortly after my primary school days in Lagos, yeah. I also attended a boarding school in Ogun State. That's a kind of grammar school, and where I finished my O level, yeah. And then I proceeded to Federal Polytechnic Ilaro to study banking and finance, then to Lagos State University to study accounting. Okay. When I discovered my passion for talking, communicating, I had to go and enroll at the National Open University to study mass communication. So I did series of professional exams, and I did some special programs also with NIJ, that's Nigerian Institute of Journalism here in Ogba, Lagos, Nigeria. Right. So I've had a lot of online programs, professional exams also, just to build me, to prepare me, and to develop me. To be able to do what I love to do most all the time. So I also had a certificate in a guide in winning customer from AMA, American Marketing Association. That's an online course anyway. So after all of this, I started practicing marketing. I started helping clients. I advised clients on ways with which they can market their products and services. We create public awareness creations. We organize roadshows. We do direct sales for clients and for our customers. So later on, I decided to look inwards. Agege has this stigma. A lot of people don't even want to identify with Agege because of that bad name, that stigma. And we have a lot of Agegeans that are doing wonderfully well. And some of them tend to be hiding in their shell. They don't even want people to know they were raised and brought up in Agege local government area in Lagos, Nigeria. So I used to have that kind of a feeling before. So sometimes myself and my friends, when we are talking about business, probably want to go outside of Agege for business deals. So when people hear you are from Agege, there's this look they give to you. So I got back home this very day, and I told my friend, because my office address was actually carrying Ikeja, Ogba Ikeja axis, and I have my family house very close to Agege local government area here. My late dad's business is in Agege. I was raised in Agege. We are very close to the stakeholders in Agege, to be precise. But I said to my friends, how long are we going to continue to hide in our shell? How long are we going to continue to deny the local government that produced us? We can always project this local government in a positive light. We can always make the rest of the world know that there are good people from Agege, that Agege local government area is also known for good things. Good things are happening in this community, is happening in this local government area. Everything shouldn't just be all about the hoodlums, the area boys, the Agege thing. You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. So before the emergence of AgegeTV Online, I've been involved in different community works, different community projects, and I started this Agege Youth Ambassadors Forum. So what we do is that we manage traffic voluntarily. It's a selfless effort. We just go out to manage traffic, because I hate traffic as a person. So sometimes when I go out with my crew, and they're always like, what did we get in return? I always try to let them know this is service to our community. And while you are doing this, you can always pray to God Almighty to make way for you also, because while we are managing the traffic, while we are controlling traffic, we are also making way for these people, the motorists, and the likes. So you can always talk to God Almighty to make way for you. And I want to believe God Almighty has been doing wonderfully well in that area. So we manage traffic, we help create job opportunities for youth. I think I organized the first employment expo in Agege, Lagos, Nigeria. I think it was in the year 2013. Year 2013, I think so, yeah. The first employment expo. And we had different job applicants coming around, to seek for employment opportunities. So what we do is that we try to meet with the business community. We try to meet with the corporate community in Agege local government area, and to provide jobs for applicants, for graduates, from Agege local government area. So we also have organizations that contact us once in a while outside of Agege to even get applicants who are interested. So while I was doing all of this thing, I think then the idea of destination marketing came to my mind, community marketing. I need to promote projects and rebrand my community. That's to do with Agege local government area. So I was just in my study on a Sunday morning, I think it was in the year 2014 or so. The idea AgegeTV Online just came to my mind. I spend so much time online. I'm an internet influencer, and we do a whole lot of things to let the rest of the world know that we and myself, we're passionate about Agege local government area. So the idea AgegeTV Online came to my mind. I opened a Facebook page, I opened a profile account, and I started promoting happenings, events within and outside of Agege.
Right.
I will go to places, take pictures, do short videos, upload it on AgegeTV, on Facebook, events where I'm not even invited, happenings where I'm not even invited, spend my personal resources to get information about happenings across, connected to the people of Agege local government area. So I started doing all of these things, and I was surprised to see the kind of acceptance the platform actually got from the stakeholders, the people of Agege, even the then Lagos State Governor. I'm talking about the former Lagos State Governor, Governor Akeomi Ambode.
Yeah.
We had this Lagos State Community Media Platform put together by the former Commissioner for Information, Honorable Akeni Bamegbeton. So all the 57 local government LGAs and SCDAs in Lagos State were duly represented in Lagos State. So we have a meeting every month where we have the opportunity to interact with the governor. So I had the privilege to be invited, to give them updates on what is happening in Agege. We had the opportunity through the governor for us to take ownership of government projects. Probably a road construction is going on in Agege local government area. We have the rights, a polite approach. We can easily approach the contractors to ask them questions. If there are areas we believe they're not doing wonderfully well, we can always call their attention to it, ask them questions, and together we provide solutions to whatever problems that we're facing as a community. And during the light of...
Just give me a minute to acknowledge the people that have already shown up for us.
Okay, all right.
Thank you very much. Wanu says Agege rocks. Austin Odegbami. Austin, did you know Austin? Austin went to Larade as well. I haven't seen Austin in how many years? Austin, thank you for joining us.
Okay.
Up Lara, yes. Up Larade. Yes. Yeah. Adeline, hi. Thank you for joining us. Austin says my memory is blessed.
Wow.
Indeed it is. Agege is like, can anything good come out of Nazareth? Proudly Agegean. Yes, Wano. Yeah. Yes, yes. Austin, I live in Alausa. Austin, you need to relocate to Agege. Think about it. Then Ivy, good enlightenment. Thank you very much, Ivy Obemo, dear. Yemi Sishiolola, thank you. Yes, another Agegean. Thank you very much. Adeline Adekoya, thank you. Great job. Charity begins at home. Agegeans rock. Yes, we do. We've only just started. Please, sorry to stop you there. Please, can you go on?
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Can I go on?
Yes, please. Yeah.
So we got this recognition from the stakeholders, and also from the local governments. And I think it was during the era of the sole administrator of Agege local government area, Honorable, the former council boss, the immediate past sole administrator, that's Honorable Oluwade Kolawole. He accepted us and all the community media platforms in Agege. So we had this relationship with the local government and the people of Agege. And the purpose with which AgegeTV Online was actually created is to connect the people of Agege to their community, is to bridge the gap between the led and the leaders, to make available informations that are important to the stakeholders, to bring about development in Agege, to rebirth and to rebrand Agege local government area. So these are some of the ideas that came to my mind before I came up with the idea, AgegeTV Online. And I must confess to you, the political elites and the grassroots has given us a kind of a wonderful support. Same also goes to the traditional rulers in Agege local government area. They've supported our platform wonderfully well. You can always connect with us on some of the popular social media platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And we also have a website. And but we are very engaging on Facebook because you always find the people of Agege local government area. Same also Orile Agege LCDA on Facebook. We have Agege local government as a local government, and we have an LCDA, that is Orile Agege LCDA. So these two local governments are the local government that we report for. So we serve as a mouthpiece, as a voice to Agege local government area, to Orile Agege local government area, to the good people of Agege local government area, Lagos State and Nigeria at large. So the purpose is to promote, project, and propagate Agege and Orila Agege local government area in a positive light, and to also let the rest of the world know that we are professionals from Agege. Like the likes of you, there's a program coming up soon, which is called Proudly Agege. We're actually the initiator of Proudly Agege. There's an hashtag we'll be promoting for like about 3 years ago now to celebrate the likes of you, Agegians in diaspora, the likes of you, that are choosing to identify with Agege local government area, despite the fact that we hear a lot of rumors about us, about we, the Agegians. A lot of people go out there to badmouth, to bastardize Agege. And I keep telling them, if you know nothing about Agege, please ask questions. I will tell you what Agege stands for. We will tell you what Agege represents. So Agege is not, an abode for miscreants. It's not an abode for hoodlums. Yeah. We have a lot of communities, a lot of local governments in Lagos, Nigeria, that hoodlums, miscreants are even doing worse than what we have in Agege. So I think it's the right time. Yeah, you want to say something?
Yes. I think more importantly, we need to get the message out as well that there's this saying that it's not what you are called, it's what you answer to.
Yes.
So we don't care what anybody thinks about Agege.
At all.
It's what we Agege and see ourselves as Agege. It's beyond Agege bread.
Exactly, beyond Agege bread. I love that. Yeah. It's beyond Agege bread.
Agege bread. We are
proud
of our heritage. I was having conversation with one of my friends that we went to. I'm an Agege girl, born bred, like butter. Wow. It was only when I got married that marriage took me out of Agege. But I will always be an Agege girl to my roots. And I don't think I've ever been ashamed to say that I'm from Agege. No. Back in the days when there was dairy farm in Agege, when we were kids, we used to go and watch the cows being milked. Where there was fresh milk being produced, it was in Agege, and all those housing estates on the way to Urban that's been made up now, it was in one of those small bungalows on the road there. We used to look down. My parents used to point to me, that's the house you were born in, But now you don't see them now because they're now there are housing estates on the way to Urban.
Yes, on the way to Urban, yes. That's Obaremo Road. That's the road where we also have the local government secretariats.
A lot has changed.
A lot has changed. A lot has changed. You need to see the prestigious Agege Stadium. You need to see the new look of Agege local government secretariat and Agege local government legislative building. The new look. It's actually wearing a new and fantastic look under the administration of the incumbent executive chairman. That's Honorable Oloyede Kolawole. The same thing also goes to the chairman of Orila Agege LCDA, Honorable Johnson Papatunde Sunday. They are doing wonderfully well when it has to do with infrastructure. Though, like Oliver Twist, we always ask for more and we always put them on their toes to let them know that Agege local government area, Orila Agege LCDA deserves more infrastructural renewal drive. So we keep doing this. So a lot of things have changed. In fact, I think we are having so many story buildings in Agege right about now, a lot of mansions in Agege. You need to come and see the newly constructed Agege Pen Cinema flyover bridge. It is the longest flyover bridge to be constructed by the Lagos State government.
Wow.
Anybody can challenge me on that. In fact, it's a world-class standard. I want to believe Agege Pen Cinema roundabout. That's a commercial hub. Yes. That's a commercial hub of Agege.
That was where I used to take Okada when I was dating my husband. Yes.
Wow, fantastic. So from Oba Ogunji, inwards Agubiade towards Okekoto Junction, we have the flyover bridge. Then we also have another one that goes through to the old Nitel office that descended at the old Agege, Abeokuta Agege Motor Road, just as if you're going towards the popular Agege meat market. That's Abattoir. Yes. So the bridge, the flyover bridge, has actually given Agege a kind of a new look, and it has actually rebranded Agege, I must confess to you. So a lot of people want to identify with Agege now. They want to do business with us in Agege.
And we keep promoting Agege. We keep shouting it out. I'm taking this opportunity to call everyone. If you know anyone that's from Agege, not only just Agege, whatever it is, we should not be ashamed of our roots. Where we come from is who we are. That's who our identity is. All we can do is think of ways to change the narrative and make it better, to make to make the whole world see that we left it better than we met it. It's unfortunate how things have panned out where leadership is concerned so far, but it doesn't stop with the leaders past. It starts with us as individuals. With us as a person. What are we going to do to promote the image of our roots? What are we going to do to highlight it, to make it better for others? You know, anything at all that we have as our resources, let's put it back to be able to develop where we come from. To I don't know. I'm just so happy at what you are doing. I'm happy that you're following your vision and you're changing the narrative, especially when you have that opportunity to be able to work and change activities and work being done, infrastructures in the community together with the politicians. You know, that's a major task there. Let's just see any comments. We don't want to leave anyone out. So if I call international rocks, don't get jealous. Yeah, Mrs. Shalola.
If I call rocks, anyway.
Beautiful. Thank you, Tijani. We are going global. Yes, indeed. Tell everybody from Agege, yes. Brilliant initiative. Yeah, Mrs. Shalola. Eniola, okay, fantastic, great job. Kamal Oyeniyo, good job. Agege to the world, yes. We need more synergies like this to project Agege in good light to all. And Anik Bajumo Kolawole.
That's the leader.
He says, Oloyede is strategist and idealist and very innovative. Thank you very much. We have many intellectuals in Agege. Fantastic. Thank you very much. Kudos Oloyede for taking Agege to the world. Yes. I came across a profile of somebody on LinkedIn, and I was so impressed. He's a young man. Unfortunately, I'm still going to have to go look for him again because I didn't save it. I was doing something else and I came across it as I read it. He is a young man and he's building, he has a construction kind of company. You probably would know him. I don't know his name, but he's building massive structures out there in, do you know what his name is?
I think it should be Shuji Motors. He's a young man from Agege. He sold I think he sold the building to the current building Davido is living in right about now. I think he sold the building to Davido in Banana Island, like 800 million or 400 million or so. He's an Agege person.
Yeah. He's a young man.
I think he's in his late 30s or early 40s or so.
So just even seeing something like that, somebody that's doing something massively like that. He was talking about the current building project that he's working on.
Yeah, he's doing fantastically well. Yeah, he's doing wonderfully well.
Global impact.
Global.
And
his global impact.
Yeah, and he was deferring to his roots as in starting from nothing, and he's an Agege boy. So we're calling you out. All of you Agege people that are hiding in the woodworks, come out and shine out Agege. Project Agege. Agege is a new it. So
it's a new it, yeah.
So come out and shine forth your Agege. Come out and do your best to shine out your roots.
Come and represent your roots.
Exactly. So you apart from the political people that you're working with, I think you mentioned something about having support with the entertainment industry as well, Steve. Yeah. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
The entertainment industry, right?
Yeah.
Yes, to be sincere with you, Agege is actually blessed with a lot of talented youth. A whole lot of them looking for opportunities and platforms to showcase their talents. And one of our ambassadors who's actually representing us well in Agege is no other person but Small Doctor Omoya teacher. Small Doctor actually has created a kind of a platform to help a whole lot of young ones in Agege local government area. I think the first ever Omo Better concert that came up in the year 2018. Due to COVID, I think he had a second one in 2019. So due to COVID, he could not have the third one in the year 2020. So the concert comes up actually, I think, at Agege Stadium every year. That's every December. You know, Agege people like to gyrate. We like to groove a lot. I'm talking about. So, and we have the likes of Clever J also. A whole lot of them, you know, they are doing wonderfully well in the entertainment industry. So we keep praying and we keep talking to some stakeholders to please support the entertainment industry in Agege. We also have the likes of Spirituals, Daraz Entertainment. I think Zinoliski from Agege also. I think is signed under the video record. I wouldn't know. So I'm not too sure anyway. So a whole lot of them, they are doing wonderfully well. And so many uprising stars from Agege that are still looking for an opportunity, you know, to get exposure. And we are so much optimistic and positive based on the fact that sooner or later, we're going to be hearing and seeing more of talented artists that will be competing with some of our international artists, just like the way Small Doctor and some other popular A-list artists are doing now in Nigeria.
Now, for the likes of the area boys, what do you think can be done to empower them and change their direction? I mean, to change their narrative, to give them their dignity. You know, what do you think?
Wow, you have asked me a very fantastic question, madam. And first, you have asked me a question that I've been begging for answers here in Agege, Lagos, Nigeria. I'm an area boy anyway, but when people say, when people talk about area boys, hoodlums, miscreants, I am an area boy of Agege local government area. You are an area mama or area lady or area woman of Agege local government area. Yeah. But the stubborn ones amongst us, you know, the ones the society probably wanted to tag the hoodlums, the miscreants, the thugs, and what are we? They are our brothers and sisters.
Yes.
We have been doing everything possible as a platform to see ways we can rebrand, to see ways we can reorientate, sensitize, and change them. The government has been doing wonderfully well also to try and achieve this, but we need to do more. Somebody I would like to acknowledge, you know, who happens to be a security expert that have been doing wonderfully well in this area to see ways with which we can help some of these idle youths. It's no other person but the former chairman of Lagos State Task Force. That's the person of CSP Yinka Egbeyemi Omokuleyin, who is also the current commander of Lagos State Rapid Response Corps. That's a police unit under the police force in Nigeria. So he's an Agege person, he's an Agege born. You know, why he was the chairman of Lagos State Task Force, he has done a whole lot of things. You know, today, he will arrest some of these miscreants, take them to the station. Tomorrow, he gets some of them engaged, talk to them, try to sensitize them, try to see ways with which he can change them for good. He went as far as providing job opportunities for some of these young ones, I must confess to you. So we have the stubborn ones, like I said, amongst us that are disturbing the peace of the society. But I believe what we as stakeholders and the government can also do, you know, to couple, you know, that we can also do to support what some of the existing stakeholders are doing, just like government and CSP Yinka Egbeyemi, is this. See, we know where some of these stubborn brothers and sisters of us are. We can always engage them.
Yeah. Direct
discussion is possible. You know, sometimes we've seen stakeholders saying we don't want to get closer to them. We cannot run away from them. They were born and raised in the community. There are job opportunities the government, the stakeholders can make available to get these guys engaged. There are a lot of job opportunities we can create. Our drainage system is there. It's suffering one way or the other. It needs attention. That's part of the fact that the government is also doing their own bits to see ways with which they can clean and clear some of the. You can engage them. You know, the PSP, it's a good initiative by the Lagos State government. We have some of them working. So there are ways we can engage some of them to see opportunities in some areas and units within the local government. Some of them just need to be talked to. Some of them just need to be engaged meaningfully and not to be used as political talks, and not to be used as armed robbers, as not to be used as, well, we don't have kidnappers in Agege anyway. As far as I'm concerned, Agege is still relatively peaceful, or right about now, except for some little one or two unrest sometimes that has to do with, youth clash in one way or the other. And the moment such happens, we always have the security agencies, the rapid response called the police units, to swing into action to forestall and to restore normalcy in whichever area that is affected. So I want to believe the government can do more to engage some of these ones, the carrot and stick approach is there, and to create job opportunities for them. A lot of job opportunities. Government just need to invest. Like the entertainment you made mention of, a lot of them knock on my doors all the time, begging, asking me to help them with funds, with money, just to book studio sessions. And I always do the little I could do on my part. That's part of the fact that I have different streams of income, and sometimes money might not be forthcoming. But I always like to see the little I can do to take some of these young ones off the street of Agege. So we can choose to have a kind of a music village in Agege local government area. The government of Agege and Oloyede Agege can have a music village where instead of them going to studio where they charge them 10,000 per hour just for 2-3 hour studio sessions, they can go to Agege Music Village, to book a session for 1,000 naira, for 2,000 naira. And while you are doing that, we have a lot of them, a lot of young dancers, a lot of young singers, artists in Agege. And some of them, we see them sometimes, create a kind of an unrest on the street. So if we can get some of these young ones off the street through the advent or through the establishment of the Agege Music Village, we are going to be tackling unemployment problem in Agege. And we are also going to be tackling the problem of unrest in the area of the youth in a wonderful and a fantastic
because they're going to
be. So the Agege Music Village will go a long way to help them.
That's a very good one. That's a fantastic initiative because then you're getting their creativity involved. And
exactly. A lot of them are creative.
Yeah. Wow. I'm just
a lot
going
of them
to
are
quickly
creative.
go
Agege is blessed.
Yes.
Okay. The comment section.
AgegeTV Kolawole will continue to put in more effort in taking Agege highly. Kudos to you guys. My Agege, our hood. That is it. Yes, so Edith Bash, kudos to my personal person. Adegbadu you. Let's go there. Agege Oloyede Kolawole. Lola Bolaji, thank you, Lola. Great one here. Wanu has a question. Excuse me, please. Are there any education initiatives being promoted, please, especially at primary school level?
Can you come again, please?
She said, are there any education initiatives being promoted, especially at primary school level?
Whether there's an education initiative being promoted at the primary school level?
Yes.
Fantastic. Quickly, AgegeTV Online. In as much as we are trying, to be objective and to be independent, we face some challenges, but despite the fact that we have refused to give up at AgegeTV Online. And the reason why I say so is this: we like to give kudos to to give honor to whom honor is due, and to also celebrate those that are doing wonderfully well. I want to give it to the immediate past Education Secretary of Agege and Oloyede Agege Local Government Education Authority. And the Education Secretary is the one in charge that oversees the activities and the affairs of basic education in Agege local government area. That is a public primary school education. I think we have a new Education Secretary right about now, shortly after the expiration of the immediate past tenure. I'm talking about another person, but Honorable Olamilekon Majiyagbe. He has done wonderfully well in Agege local government basic education. Though with the support of the local government council, Oloyede Agege LC and Agege local government and the Lagos state government, he brought a lot of transformation to basic education in Agege, I must confess to you. And I think that still continues in our basic education in Agege till today. Agege local government area public primary school, in fact, is actually wearing a kind of a fantastic and wonderful look. Though we still have some gray areas, there are some areas that still need to be touched by the local government. But I can tell you, I can beat my chest to tell you that Agege local government Public primary schools in Agege local government and really Agege local government area, it's they are schools you can take your words, your children to now. Despite the fact that the challenges are there, but with that, we will never give up. We will continue to do our best. So talking about public primary schools in our local government area, the management of our public primary schools in our local government, they are doing wonderfully well as regards that.
And the secondary school as well, if I may say that.
The secondary school,
yes.
Also, we also have a new, I think the designation of the polio of the person who oversees public secondary schools in Agege is the TGPS, the Tutor General Permanent Secretary. It's a pity I cannot recollect the name of the present. Probably I might do that in the comment box shortly after this program. The immediate past, because we have this fantastic relationship with both the immediate past education secretary, that's the person in charge of basic education in Agege, that's Honorable Oloyede Kolawole that I just made mention of, and the immediate past of Education District 1, though she was transferred to Education District 3 at Victoria Island. I'm talking about another person, but Dr. Yinka Anyodele. She has also brought, she's the first senior prefect girl of school, Government Girls College.
Government College Agege.
Government College Agege, towards the
only secondary school.
Yeah. The what? Is that what?
I said the only secondary school.
We have a lot of fantastic secondary schools in Agege.
No,
Government College can never, it's girls only. It can never be the only secondary school.
Let me tell you, okay?
I don't want the rest of students from other secondary schools to break my head. All secondary schools in Agege are fantastic.
There are 2 secondary schools in Agege. Government College Agege and the others.
All secondary schools in Agege are fantastic. So Dr. Yinka, the award-winning, yes, Anyodele, an award-winning educationist, an administrator, a future builder. She has also invested wonderfully well her time and her resources in the development of public secondary schools in Agege. Before she was transferred to Education District 3, she has brought up a lot of programs, a lot of initiatives that has brought a lot of transformation to public secondary schools in Agege. And the present TGPS also is doing wonderfully well. I give it to them. I give it to the ones that are handling our schools, both public, private schools, secondary and primary schools in Agege. I give it to them. Though, like I said, we always ask for more. There are some areas that still need to be touched. So we will always continue to talk about those areas so that more developments, more initiatives can be introduced to our schools in Agege local government.
I must admit that from everything you said, I've just been, it just giving me more hope, more joy, at the prospect of what is possible, with transformation in Agege. I can imagine what Agege looks like in another 10 years. It wouldn't be, you'll be totally out of our imagination if we are able to continue in the same line of trend and keep, getting more people involved in the transformation process. I want to thank you so much, Mr. Oloyede. I'm just going to see if we have any more questions. Just 1 minute now. No, I don't think so. Okay, loving this. Okay, yeah. There are people. This is my best legacy talk. Thanks, Busola and Mr. Shiwaju Oloyede. There are people just like us, somebody's brother, uncle, and the father. Yes, everybody out there, we're all linked one way or the other. So we just have no choice but to look out for each other. Well done, Oloye. David Lukman says, well done, Oloye, you are doing well. Yemisi Shilola, up school, yes, girl. Edith Bash, up school, yes, up GCA. And you're like, okay, loving this, very inspiring. Irene, hi, thanks for joining us. Thank you very much. Yeah. Excuse me. I must take this minute to just quickly, before we continue, make an appeal to the public, to everyone out there. As you go out, please mask up. It's real. Yeah. It's absolutely real. This time last week, I had a guest that wasn't sure she was going to be able to make it. But if not that she came on the show, I didn't know she was in isolation. But I was battling with mine at the same time. So I'm taking this opportunity. COVID is actually real. And if you're lucky to survive it, then it's only when you can stand and say the testimony. So you please stay safe, everyone. Stay safe with your family. Do all the needful. Look after yourselves. COVID is real. So we're going to go back again to Mr. Oloyede. We've spoken about the entertainment industry. We've spoken about the government support. So we've spoken about a bit about education. I want to touch a little bit about, I know in my head, for anybody to have dignity in their living environment, it has to be at least clean. Do you know what I mean? So a lot of times people have this bad habit of throw things here, throw things there, like people don't have that understanding that things have to have a designated paper that's used up. It has to go into the dustbin. It doesn't need to go on the floor. It is bad manners. It is rude to finish using paper and throw it on the floor. But you can put it into the dustbin. If it's something you've used up, you can take it with you until you get to your house and put it in the right place. So how do we continue to change this narrative? How do we begin to get people to know how to treat their environment such that we are living in a clean and habitable place, places where we can respect to ourselves? How do you think we can do that for Agege?
All right. Fat, you have also asked a wonderful and fantastic question. Again, I must confess to you. Private organizations, private individuals, and the same also goes to the local government of Agege and Orila Agege. They've also tried their best possible to see ways with which the people of Agege can be a kind of friendly to their environment when it has to do with waste disposal, when it has to do with dumping of refuse at designated places, patronizing designated waste managers. I must confess to you, Agege local government area also still have one or two things to do when it has to do with waste management and the attitude of the people when it has to do with indiscriminate dumping of refuse at unauthorized places. One of the things I think we can do is this: sensitization and reorientation is very key. The government don't need to give up on this. Number two, enforcement. I am a young landlord by inheritance. And sometimes when I go to see ways with which one of the buildings left behind by my late father is being managed by the occupants, I'm always like, why is it that why are people behaving in this manner? Littering dirt around, doing all sorts of things that can even adversely affect their health. So while you talk to some of them, they still want to do the same thing the next day. I once accosted a woman who is in the habit of dumping refuse in open drainage system in the popular gutter.
Yeah.
And I asked her, "Ma, why are you doing this?" She's been doing it. She's fond of doing it a lot. "Why are you doing this?" And the next thing she will say to me, is the open drainage my father's property? And I replied her, "It's my father's property. When the rain comes, when the whole environment is flooded, the flood will not only come into your own room, but it will also disturb other residents of this community."
Yeah.
So this habit, this attitude of yours is bad. I took it up against her. I said, "Ma, politely, if you try to do this tomorrow, you'll be so popular than maybe the most popular person in the world." I took few pictures before some community stakeholders had to intervene and to let her understand that it is wrong to throw your dirt into the open drainages, into the open public drainage system, popularly called gutter. So we need to continue to reorientate, to educate, to sensitize our people. And while we are doing that, enforcement is key. Enforcement. I have cousins that have been arrested for throwing their waste back just by the roadside, and they put a call through to me. I said, "You throw waste at an unauthorized spots. Are you calling me? Go and face the consequences of your action.
Yeah.
After that, this cousin that I'm talking about will never do such again. And same also applies to some people in the community. So I want the government to do more. There was a time I was begging, trying to meet the stakeholders and ways with which we can even control the ways with which our people litter dirt around the environment. Enforcement is key. Fine, people might want to say, okay, they'll be saying all sort of negative things about the government. No, some people are even ready to see government enforcing the environmental laws on the people. Go to a particular street, the drainage system is totally blocked. And you ask them question, how come this is happening here and we are living in this same environment? So all we need to do is just to have the government, even if my building is affected, I do it once in a while. I engage my mom, I engage people living around me. You can't be doing this, it's not sensible. So all we need to do, if you can have the government, just come to seal about 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings. I must confess to you, the next street, we take it up as a responsibility to clean their drainage system
because
themselves.
At the end of the day,
it is the responsibility of the government.
Yeah, but we are the government. We are the government. The government will do what they have to do, but if we don't work together with them, it's going to be wasted effort at the end of the day.
Of course. Sorry.
Yeah.
So though it is a responsibility of the government to clean the drainage system, to clear the drainage system, but because democracy is a government of the people, for the people and by the people, it's a collective responsibility. If the government is cleaning the drainages today, why should you be in the habit of dumping refuse in the drainages, which is totally wrong? So why I am also advocating for sensitization and reorientation and educating the people, and also advocating for enforcement. There's a way the government can be anywhere it has to do with enforcement anyway. While I'm also doing that, government also have to play their own parts. I was at a particular street, about 3 or 4 streets. This particular street, they said they are ready to clean the open drainage systems.
Yeah.
But all they just need from the government is for the government to provide them with compactors, trucks, tippers, to cut away the dirt. Immediately they are evacuated from the public drainage system.
Yes.
So if the government can go about sensitizing, educating, and also using enforcement, they can provide the citizens, the people of Agege with compactors, trucks, though they'll be doing it in some areas, but they need to do more. If we want a complete and clean Agege local government area, it is possible. I believe it is possible. So while the people are, evacuating the dirt from the public drainage, open drainage systems, let the compactors, the trucks, let them move into all the streets, let them move into the communities and cut away all the dirt. So we're going to have a clean public drainage system where wastewater can easily flow. And with this, we can also fight the problem of flood in our community. And by so doing also, do you know, if government decides to get hundreds and thousands of compactors to probably be doing this every 3 months, every month, every 6 months, you will also be creating more employment opportunities. So some of these are brothers and sisters that we call hoodlums, miscreants, the stubborn ones amongst us.
They will have something to do.
We have them working with some of these compactors, the trucks, and in fact, there are some streets that can always engage them. It's something I've done before. I walk into street, I meet with the executives of the streets, and I negotiate with them. I can get you guys that will help you to come and clean your drainage system from the beginning of the street to the end. Probably, maybe you guys are so busy, you guys are so big to do this. And they engaged me. And all I need to do is to get these guys that can do these menial jobs. And we're able to achieve results. The only thing we did was we also ended up, hiring compactors to come and move away the dirt to the fields, the open and public drainage system. So sensitization, enforcement, and the support from government will go a long way to help us have a clean and safe environment.
Thank you so much. Sorry, excuse me, please. Kola Adele, great work. Charity begins at home. Thank you very much, Kola, my guy. Thank you. Busola, thank you for the great work. Davis Lukman says, you guys are fantastic. Many more grease to your elbow. Abby call, bim bim. Great work, Kusala. Thank you. Yemi Sishola, don't bring back why it worked. And Abby says they keep doing things like that because they don't suffer any consequences, which is true. You know, so do we, just like Yemisi said there, bring back why? Whatever happened to why? Do we still have anything like that, or anything even close to that? Do we still have the environmental sanitation, or the once a month thing that everybody was compelled to do at the end of the month? Or was it every fortnight? I can't remember when we were kids. We used to.
Yeah, every fortnight, yeah, every last Saturday of the month. It has been cancelled, and I think a legal practitioner took Lagos State government to court, and I think the environmental sanitation that comes every last Saturday, I think it has been cancelled. And we still also have why the war against indiscipline. Yeah. I think at the Lagos State government level we have the Lagasec. I think they've changed their name also to Kai now. They kick against indiscipline. And at the local government level, we have the war against discipline also. I think they also operate at the state level. But they need to be empowered.
Are they, though?
I must confess to you.
How effective are they?
That's the challenge I'm talking about. Though they are trying their best possible also, but I must confess to you, they need to be much more empowered and supported for them to be able to get more results. We have them in the local governments, you know, because I think they are under the National Orientation Agency. So I think recently the war against indiscipline team, the Agege local government branch, was at the market to sensitize and educate the people about the COVID-19 and also to ensure that the environment is clean. But I think the war against the discipline team officers need to be on their toes also. And I think the commander is also somebody that I know very well, in person of Mr. Chibuzo Lawrence. Yes. Yeah. And you know, sometimes they discuss their challenges with me, and that's the reason why I said they need government support and they need more empowerment to be able to discharge their duties effectively.
Now, with regards to the markets, how do you take any campaign to reach the market people? How do you get the message out to engage them on any transformative change?
Anyway, we engage them directly. We have this cordial relationship with the market leaders. The Oloyede General of Agege local government area is a mother, Alaja Taibat Lawal. She's a mother to me. And the same thing also goes to the Oloyede General of Agege LCDA in person of Chief Mrs. Bola Orelaru, a wonderful mother to me, I must confess to you. So there are periods where we engage the market, the traders, the market men and women directly, most especially during the COVID-19, the first phase of the COVID-19 awareness creation, you know, sponsored by the market and also by Agege LCDA and Agege local government area. So there is this direct engagement where we have to distribute flyers, we have to talk to them on ways with which they need to keep, they need to stay safe and keep safe. So one of the best ways with which we can relate or engage the market community is through direct engagement. And don't be surprised, some of them are also online. Despite the fact that we might see some of them as semi-illiterates, our mothers, you know, because, you know, they are not internet savvy, you know, they are not this digitalized, they are not too inclined to the digital world. We have some of them online. Some of them do call me, some of them do talk to my crew members, some of them do talk to us as media organizations on problems they are facing in the market, what they want the government to do for them in the market, what they are also doing as stakeholders in the market. So the market leaders in Agege and Agege, they also do wonderfully well. So when it has to do with engagement, what we do is we do direct engagement. The government sometimes organize seminars, you know, symposiums, and just to pass useful and necessary information across to them to create a kind of an interactive session.
So, Mr. Asiwaju Oloyede Kolawole, I cannot thank you enough for the amazing work that you're doing. I cannot thank you for listening to yourself and stepping out to take action to actually launch out that AgegeTV Online. I am indeed grateful.
Quickly, can I?
Yeah.
I want to share something. All right. Like you rightly said, because you coughing and you just appeal to the people to stay safe, to keep safe also. And we're also doing same here. I don't know whether you're seeing the channel we're promoting on a platform for our people to stay safe, which is the Mask Up Agege. I would like to have a picture of yourself with a nose mask or a face shield. So just to join the challenge. So our people should expect the Mask Up Agege challenge. We've started online. We'll be promoting it online, but we're looking for sponsors to actually actualize this offline. So what we want to do is to engage the people of Agege to continue to sensitize them, to share with them precautionary measures with which they can use to prevent the spread of COVID-19 in our community. So we'll be talking to them to always use their face shield and nose mask always, to make use of the hand sanitizers, to keep 6 feet distance, to maintain the social distancing, to avoid crowded and congested places. So the Mask Up Agege is an initiative. It's a project that sooner or later is going to take over the whole of Agege and Agege. And same also goes to the likes of you in diaspora. We need you to lend your voice. Just do a picture of yourself wearing
the mask,
a nose mask, just like this, or a face shield, and you can do a 1-minute video of yourself talking to the people of Agege and really Agege. So always use a face shield, to use hand sanitizers, and not to go out when they don't need to go out, and to also maintain the social distance, and also obey our health practitioners and government directives. So do a short video, a picture of yourself. You can put the hashtag #MaskUpAgege_challenge. We will be notified, or you can only send the pictures to me. Then we also share it to let the world also know that Agegeans in diaspora, they are also supporting the Mask Up Agege and the Mask Up Agege challenge. So collectively and together, we can have a coronavirus-free Agege. We can have an Agege and Agege that is coronavirus-free. So that's what we are trying to achieve with this initiative, the Mask Up Agege and Mask Up Agege, just to continue weekly, to continue to sensitize our people on the fact that coronavirus is real. Because I must confess to you, a whole lot of them don't believe that virus exists. A very great number of people don't believe coronavirus is real. So we don't want to take that risk.
If you hear me coughing, it's not fake cough. It's not fake cough. It's corona cough. So I'm telling you, it's not funny. It's absolutely not funny. We need to, just like Mr. Oloyede has said there.
You had her. She said it's not fake cough, but coronavirus cough.
It's
in fact, well, you're getting out of it. Yeah. So Mask Up, yeah, COVID. Okay. We'll storm our communities and streets sooner or later to let people see reason why they need to stay safe. They need to keep safe so that they can always see their loved ones doing wonderfully well. Yeah. So they should watch out for that and so many other fantastic programs coming up on AgegeTV Online, where we are going to be celebrating your lives.
Sorry about this. AgegeTV Online is on Facebook. Please look them up and keep in touch with what's going on in Agege. I still have question. I think well done, Mr. Oloyede. More grace. Well done, Sola, Mr. Oloyede. Thank you, Adeline. Thank you, MC. Abby says, is there any business directly online for Agege? Because if there isn't, that's another thing that you may want to add on to. Maybe when they come to AgegeTV Online, there'll be a section for directories, and your station then can be a one-stop shop for what's happening on then in Agege. So I know Abby Cole is making that inquiry from America. So yeah, that's another one to watch out for there. On that note, I will do what you asked for. I will be delighted to do, and I will.
Hello.
I'm making an appeal to every one of us here that Agege born, bred, and raised or affiliated in any form whatsoever. Please mask up Agege, mask up Orili Agege. Do the video yourself. It's not just do the video, do the mask with it, and put it on your profile. If that's the way you're going to share your love for Agege and for its people, do that and put the hashtag. So, and on that note, that's all we have today. I want to say thank you once again to my guest, Mr. Asiwaju Oloyede Kolawole, for his time, for his passion, for his impact.
Thank you
changing the narrative.
For having me.
Next, I have a surprise guest next week. I'm keeping this close to my heart. I'm not going to say who she is. That's all I'm going to let you know. It's a female, but I'm keeping this very close to my heart. It's a surprise guest, and I'm sure it's somebody that we would all love to meet. On Saturday next week, we're having our monthly webinars, and this time we're going to be talking about how to maximize our freedom. Like I said, I'm a legacy consultant. It's about living life to the fullest, being able to self-actualize yourself. So while we're juggling this COVID period and trying to work from home, it's important that we are able to maximize the freedom, to do the best of work and do the best of home as well. That's all we have for you today. Thank you very much. Thank you once again, Mr. Oloyede. Thank you, everyone that's joined in. See you same time, same great channel next week. God bless. Mask up, Orile Agege. Mask up, Agege. Up, Agegeans. All for you. Thank you.
Up, Agege. So I also want to urge all Agege youths to stay out of trouble. Election is coming. Never let yourself be used as political talks. Vote the party of your choice. Agege can be great, and Agege will definitely be great. So let us stay out of trouble. And together.
Oh, the line is breaking up a bit.
We can make Agege and Agege great again.
Yes, we'll make Agege great again. Thank you very much. Thank you and God bless. If any politician gives you rice, take it. It's your entitlement. It's your, they give you anything, it's yours. It's what they've taken back, you're taking back. So, but always vote with your heart, not because of what you don't sell your future. So thank you very much. God bless.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let me see.